Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 39 of Crucible Solo Self-Found League. Going to be leveling another new character today. It throws shield. Going to be playing a Spectral throw poison Pathfinder. See how that goes. So, no shield stuff to start off with. Here we go. Shield Crush. I guess we start there. I guess I roll armor on this. I guess that's not really going to matter. For 15 armor. Okay, let's make this thing have 15 armor, I guess. There we go. 20 armor. Oh, a chance to bleed on that. Oh, bunch of flat chaos to attack. Sure. Probably have another one of those. 22 life on a jewel. Cold damage with wand attacks. There we go. Life crit chance if you haven't crit recently. Okay, and this one just has life. That's okay. Alright, let's do it. So I've got Shield Crush. So it's kind of a shield attack that has like 3 parts. It looks like they could potentially overlap maybe. Pretty decent AoE on it. Kind of like a ground slam or a cleave. Just with a different attack animation. Fire Fury. 3 or 4 hits. Go like some shields. Get stunned and everything. I juiced up on like armor stuff, so shouldn't have any issues with the Roas. They should be reflecting damage on themselves. Okay, I just hit them with the shield then, I guess. I guess the minus 10 flat fizz damage. So I'm not taking... I stacked so much armor that I'm not taking any damage once the minus 10 is taken off, so they're just not doing any damage. I need more strength. Spectral shield throw is a level 28 gem, so we'll be doing other shield stuff for a while, it looks like. And then I'll throw on a comb sign to deal with strength for a little bit. I swapped Shield Crush to chance to poison instead of chance to bleed. I've got this black heart giving me a bunch of chaos damage, so I figured why not. Damage is not as good against the Dweller of the Deep. Maybe it's already time to upgrade to new shield. I mean, I might be able to put on a unique shield even. Now, a spring leaf indeed has more armor on it, so I got strength on my tree now with primal spirit. Put my black heart back on. 1,000 ribbons can go on now. Ooh, new shield doesn't have extra evasion on it, so it's right about the same. Okay, so I put efficacy unbound ailments with the chance to poison Shield Crush, but I also put on 1,000 ribbons in Ondar's clasp, so I'm getting elemental damage. The poison damage probably isn't going to matter as much. I could have probably brought an ancestral protector for this, but we should be okay for Brutus. So those poisons and the ignites do a little bit of damage. Get him? Oh, okay. Not bad though. Hopefully I can get on all 3 of these. Yep. Vitality, Clarity, Precision. I'll go on. And I can switch to Shield Charge here. And I guess I would still need a Frost Blink for ledges. Cool is killing stuff with Shield Charge. It's not the most effective for tougher targets, but just blasting through an area, you can get some work done with the Shield Charge. Shields. Lycosidae, that's a lot more damage. Hits can't be evaded. Yes, please put on the gold rim. The Princess, physical is extra cold damage. I could do something with that. Put on a crew reward. Captain Fairgraves. Correct. Mervale. Poison's doing some damage. Phase 2. Oh yeah, the damage stacking real good. And done. Ooh, I should slap this shield with some quality. Gonna make more damage for sure. The light is gonna get melted as well. So I think I go Herald of Ash. Fizz is extra. Oak gets slapped. Kill Alira. I don't have the Mana Leech yet in this next level. Right there. Now, Mana Leech should help significantly. Massive points, yeah, I got that. I don't know that I really need to dig into poison. Anything, it's accuracy and attack speed. I feel like I might have taken a really wrong path through here. I maybe should have gone through Quick Step into Herbalism and then gone up. Well, I'll take life. Oh yeah, Mana Leech. It's really, really nice. Probably can turn the clarity off even. Pretty solid. Vicious projectiles. That's something I'm going to need. I don't think yet though. Brimsorrow can convert everything into cold. That would change things up quite a bit. All still with the same setup. Still scaling poisons on the Spectral Shield throw. For some reason, I don't think I'm getting much benefit out of the poison, but you know what? Sure. There goes Vol. 5 levels to go. Got Herbalism now. Yeah, like I definitely should have taken all these points and just kind of reworked this through the movement speed. Probably what's coming next is fixing that. Still no new shields. Alright, level 28. now we get to swap into Spectral Shield Throw. Check one more time for shield. Looks like it's still best on the Lycosidae. I think Vicious Projectiles is probably a go here. Maybe I just replace the 1,000 Ribbons here. Go with a Fox Shade. Probably gonna hurt me on resists a little bit. Do a Physis Fire. I'll put Elemental with attacks in here. And then I need to switch gloves. So Rim Sorrow and Rings get replaced here. Let's get La Hoops, I guess. So we got all res, all good to go. And add Hatred in, I guess. Okay, it looks like I need some mana reservation efficiency for a Hatred. Or maybe I just don't worry about it because Hatred will get removed from the build eventually anyways. I could also just get Charisma. That would allow me to do it. Sure. Okay, so projectile goes. Once it hits a target, I guess it releases shards and it chains. Okay. I mean, it's not really taking too much damage here. Not super impressive. I guess with how I have it currently set up, I don't have any kind of penetration or curses. It might be better clearing than fighting Gravicius. Let's see here. Single target seems to be really suffering. But it's like it needs stuff to chain to. And it doesn't look like the shard projectiles are chaining like I thought they would. It's like just the shield itself is what chains. But when it hits is when it releases shards. So the more chains, the more shards. But are those shards going to count as having chained to get the boost from the Gloom thing? That I don't know. Yeah, pack clear, it's pretty on point. I'm sure I'm going to get a decent shield upgrade at some point. I could probably craft a better damage shield. Maybe pick one up off the ground even. Not that one. I've been stacking accuracy already and I'm using a Lycosidae that hits can't be evaded. I'm not making use of a lot of the stuff I've spec'd into. I need a curse. Okay, so when there's one target, I need something for it to chain to. Almost like I need a Hydrosphere. But bigger packs just kind of get slapped. And then it's going to take like 10 to hit the rare. Levels, Charisma, turn on Hatred. Okay, that should help. Yeah. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Okay, Piety. So if there's nothing to chain to, it just hits. Looks like that's it. Piety goes down though. Oh, here's a new shield. The 2CS span. A lot more armor. So it's going to be a lot more damage. Okay, we have a 100% chance to hit currently. That's solid. Go do lab. So it seems like with the second target, it can almost like redirect back into the original target. Let's look at it here again with the golem. So if I fire at Izaro, it like comes back through Izaro. Primary projectile chains plus 3 times. But yeah, it seems really cool when there's a bunch of stuff, but I just don't know about single target. If I had a Hydrosphere, I think there's actually a hit collision with a Hydrosphere, whereas Tornado there probably isn't. Hydrosphere does not help me with a poison build, though. Coming in here with a Lycosidae, though, would have been a problem, I think. Upgraded shield definitely helps. So this says the primary projectile chains plus 3 times. So if I get the chain on the Doom Flaying, I think the shard projectile should chain at that point. No bonus keys, but damage chunks a bit. The additional shard projectiles on the helm enchant that I have definitely is going to help with this. It might gain additional shards as it levels. I don't know. This is very much the first time I've ever used this skill. So, got some stuff to figure out here. And it's not mechanically working like I thought it was going to. So, my thought about this Pathfinder thing might be a little off. But I'm still going for it. Yep, we're just going to send it. Dazer's Adrenaline first, then Master Surgeon, I guess. I'm not going to be able to play a poison build with it right off the bat. Need level 77 for the Gloomfang even. I think I'm going to switch into Shadows and Dust and get rid of this full conversion. So go back to doing big fizz damage. So Shadows and Dust give me crit chance multi, more mana leech, but only might is Fizz's extra chaos. The Ellie with attacks is probably bad here. I think I'm gonna put in slower projectiles. Okay, Dominus time should be pretty easy because the projectile's just gonna like chain and shards. Still have no idea what I'm doing with this, but it's doing damage and it's killing things, and I think that's all I can really ask for. Sometimes it'll chain between things. Probably need to invest in the chain radius on the passive tree probably. It is possible I'm struggling a bit with the projectile speed because I have a 20% quality Spectral Shield Throw. That's giving it a bunch of additional speed. So it kind of takes off. And chunk away on Dominus. Life Leech is doing good. And here goes Dominus. Let's hold down right click. And we got him. Yeah, it goes so fast. But it is really cool, like, getting, like, off-screening enemies. I just feel like the shards are doing so little. Like, the enemies I hit with the shield take lots of damage, and the shards do almost nothing. The idea was what I was going to use the shards to poison by, like, spraying, like, projectiles everywhere. But, I don't know. Shard projectiles deal 50% less damage. That's all it says. Modifiers that cause additional projectiles to be fired will add more shards, not more copies of the shield. It's fine. The shield cannot pierce. Okay, it doesn't say anything about the shards not being able to chain. I'll try that when I get to level 38. See what happens when I put chain on it. And then if it starts shotgunning stuff, then we'll be in business. It seems for now I'm just going to have some pretty lacking single target. Yeah, I just need to get like a sniper's mark. That'd probably fix it right there. I'm also now wondering, what does Vengeant Cascade do with this and all these projectiles? Do all of the shard projectiles return to me or just the shield return to me? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to figure that out. So down level 38. So now I can go get chain. I normally wouldn't be able to get chain until after I beat Piety, but I have a Lily here. Let's grab a chain. Less damage with hits in place of the slower projectiles, I guess. Okay, let's see here then. So it's gonna give me projectile speed back. I mean, it's definitely not helping against a single target. I don't know that the shards are chaining. I mean, more hits is more projectiles out. I feel like if the shards were chaining, it'd be very obvious. And I cannot say that it's very obvious. It doesn't feel like it's doing less for clear. Like, it almost feels like the chains made it clear better. Single target's just still awful. Like, bad. And there's no way the chain is helping that. And I can't for the life of me see these shard projectiles chaining, but it's so fast. Like, I'd have to slow it down. So for this boss, I would obviously get rid of chain, I think. Yeah, my damage is definitely chunkier. So my initial thoughts are, like, I don't know that a poison build works with this. And I could completely fail this and just wind up re-rolling it into something else. The poison bit of it's gonna be strange, but gonna try it. I grab a mark on hit and a sniper's mark, I think. Yep. Yeah, I really don't like my single target damage. Clears really well. Eventually, though, holding strike against marked enemies. I got an enduring mana flask that's helping get my damage uptime be pretty solid. I tried turning my clarity on, but that did not allow me to use the mark on hit with the sniper's mark, so I got a flask instead. I'm gaining flask charges every 3 seconds, so I should be using flasks for sure. Malachite down. A red blade banner is now an option. I could get a war cry in here. Just more armor? Barely. I wonder if I'd be better off with Pierce. I wonder if Pierce would make it feel like a difference. When I get the frenzy charge when I hit a marked enemy, 10% chance. Chain is definitely noticeable when I hit a pack of enemies, that the shield chains more times. But I see zero, like, if the shards were chaining, they'd go off in these, like, thicker packs, and they don't. There's one Pierce. Feels like it's doing something. We'll really know after the next Pierce. Why do I have this mark on hit? Why not just cast it? It's permanent. It keeps draining my mana. I want it to not. Another level. This is piercing shots. Another 2 pierce. So we're getting close to the shards should go through everything. I'm actually like seeing them. Normally as they would have before, they would just get eaten up by packs. So yeah, seeing how this works already just lets me know that whatever is going on with adding chains to those projectiles doesn't work unless I am proven otherwise somehow. Now, if I put chain back in with a big pack like from Strongbox, should just, yeah, kind of rips, but it needs enemies to chain to rapid fire the projectiles. So more chains still is good. I wonder if I need to get increased chaining range as well, so I can maximize the amount this is bouncing around to. 3 levels here. I need strength for sure. Start working towards onslaught. Back damage while holding a shield. Want the chaining range? I'm gonna see what chaining range does, what it feels like, because it could just like ricochet projectiles like all over the map. Kind of like making sure if there's something for it to chain to, it will. I need it to be able to chain off of surfaces. There's probably a way to do that. Probably take chain out for a single target. That would help. Katava down. No, wait. Katava back up. Oh my. Resists are down 12. Probably be fixed with jewels and a belt, or just a belt. Prism Weave would be pretty solid for the time being. 200% of Life Leech applies to enemies as chaos damage. That's interesting. This does not give me resistances. I guess it has cold res. I might actually mess around with that, but for the time being, Prism Weave, 9 all res. New shield options. Doesn't look like it. Need level 61. We're getting close. That is going to be so much extra damage. So I guess single target, I guess you have the additional projectiles coming off with the mark. You just don't want them going forever. You want them to be able to explode, like when it hits a wall. Because I should be able to kill enemies by throwing this at the wall. Wait, no? Do the shards not do anything? I feel like I'm only getting damage off when it actually like chains and does anything. Okay, it maybe did a tiny bit. Oh, of course, there's got to be another rare enemy. I just want to see someone take damage from this. And then it had to have like, I think I saw a damage tick. Yeah, damage is actually hitting, and if I'm hitting it, it definitely does more consistent. I'm gonna refund this chaining range. I don't think that's necessary, and get Mark the Prey. All of a sudden my damage seems okay against this boss. Yeah, that mark is kind of a big deal. Refund this Dex here. What do I go for next? I go for Onslaught, Graceful Assault. I think Chevron, well, was too close to the middle of the room for the ricocheting shields to do anything, but I think here, if they ricochet back into this wall, I guess the shards could do extra damage. And shotgun in that situation. And what I really want to know is, do those projectiles count as having chained? I'm guessing actually probably the more projectile speed, the better, means the further distance the shards are going to travel. So the most ability for them to pierce. So much I don't know yet, just because I can't put on the gear. It's Deadeye. Deadeye has the projectiles have a 30% chance to be able to chain when colliding with terrain. That's where it's at. And then there's the Vengeant Cascade. Returning projectiles pierce all targets. Attack projectiles return to you. 3 more passive points. Crit chance against blinding enemies. Something I'm eventually going to need. Probably not yet. Lethality is really good. I wasn't thinking about that. Maybe I should have routed through the bottom of this. Okay, here's my attack mastery that I need. Gladiator's Perseverance. And that's how I get monsters cannot block attacks. So a boss like the Brine King, I'm shooting off these extra projectiles from the mark, but they just go away and they don't hit anything, so it's really not stacking any extra damage. Done. Do I have a better body armor yet? I really need to just not worry about it and keep going. Brutal Shrine with knockback makes this kind of strange. Like actually back the enemy up against the wall. A unique bow level 53 could not actually be my Lionize, I don't think. So I shouldn't kill that beast. Passives here is getting me Defiance. 60% increased defenses from equipped shield. I really thought that would be good to go for. Maybe even Command of Steel. I don't know though. Attack damage isn't going to increase poison damage. Damage is still doing okay to get me through stuff. Rule Lab. Coverage is kind of crazy. The mark's just really important. Okay. Fire traps and Cruel Lab. Sure. Mark. And then don't get hit. I've been like stutter stepping through shield, and eventually enemies have been dying. Try to keep the Ancestral Protector up, and then Calling Strike with the mark. I don't have any poison chance. Withered isn't doing much for me. I guess I take Master Surgeon for now. Start feeling that out. I still can't use anything. So I can't use a life flask that doesn't have anything on it, I guess. Just have it preempted. It'll linger if I take damage and need to press the flask. I'm just playing with slower projectiles, and I'm clearing through stuff really nicely. It's only bosses and like maybe a rare enemy that are throwing any kind of wrench in this at all. And eventually they do die. Just takes a minute. I think on this level I want more projectile speed so that these extra projectile shards have better chance at hitting. So let's see here. More projectile speed. Yeah, definitely makes those shards go farther. Yeah, here's a good arena for these to explode on an enemy. Still chunky though. I think this might be able to clear maps really well. It needs the mark on hit to really deal with rares quickly. And then rares just not wanting to die, but I've also been on this shield for quite a while. 4 levels to go. Then I get like almost 4 times the armor on the shield. I need to start thinking about the jewel socket as well. Just go ahead and grab it. I don't know when it changed, but this was doing 4 to 5 added fizz for armor on the shield, and it's now 4 to 6. So at some point I got a nice little damage bump from the gym leveling. It does feel like the damage is like it's slowly getting there. I haven't been really doing much to help it. Well, I have buffed the mark quite a bit. I got the onslaught and the shield charge going right now. I am very fast. I do like that. A lot of the insane speed I had is coming from the 30% movement speed on full life from this chest. Ideally, all these enemies should die really quickly because I'm chaining these around. Yeah, it has to be that. And then you will need to get him close to a wall, which these count so that the extra projectiles bounce off the wall, send extra shards into him. And I think that's what's happening. Done. Which means passive points. So here, I want to work towards retaliation. Yep, 2 levels. It's so crazy how much better it can take out like a whole swarm, a room of enemies, but this one right here, a little bit of life regen, even with the mark, it doesn't want to die. But this stuff, just throw a couple shields and they're all dead. And the basic enemies just completely fall over. Just rips right through them all. Gave me a crit shrine. I guess I'm just gonna farm this level because this zone, everything just kind of pops. All the ribbons die instantly. Crit shrine just puts it on another level, which I guess is what the jewel is gonna do. Special shield throw level, still just 4 to 6. Here we go, level 61. This is where I take the jewel socket. Shield can go on. DPS goes from 8.3k to 18.2. I also put on the helmet, but it does not have the resists. Oh, and I gained like 900 energy shield from that. My armor's stacked. I think now I just get back to it. Go kill the boss. Fancy shield. Yeah, damage has improved a bit. I don't have precision on. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna just fly into maps now. Still so much of my gear I can't even use. Okay, so yeah, now I'm gonna just smash through here real quick. Oh yeah, and yeah, having the mark on hit helps so much against the random rare enemy that doesn't want to die. And then I guess, how do I make this poison and not be terrible? Probably just by like making it crit and then having perfect agony. Alright, well, let's go blast through Blast 2X real quick. I don't know that I need to change anything else. I got the damage. Oh, I don't have the. I should be able to use the obliteration. I need the int. Yeah, I don't want to do damage with the hits, right? I want like deadly ailments, shield shatters, splintering through all the enemies, and all the enemies are still there, but they're all collectively building poisons, and so the enemies stay there so I can keep chaining the shield through them. That's kind of the idea. We won't really get to test it out and find out if it works till next time, but in my mind it's there. Just the unholy might on Rampage from the gloves is crazy. But then we get Despair on hit, always poison against cursed enemies, have the mark for rare enemies. I think it's gonna stack some poisons. Oh, I didn't put the jewel in. It's okay. So this is another, what, 38 crit multi? Yep. Go get the jewel. So, crit chance 6%. 215 multi, 12.9 with 367. So yes, this jewel is pretty insane with this shield. Sitting here with 5k armor already, no determination, all the shield. So my chance to block is 62%, but I take, what, 65% of that damage. Okay, connect this along the bottom, take out those points, then I can get long shot, more proj speed. Just go ahead and grab lethality. Let's get lethality. Gets me up to 23 crit chance, almost 400 multi. Grab 30 int here. Puts me at 115. There's no way that can hold the obliteration. Dodre. When those crits go off, they're very noticeable and very chunky. Oh yeah. Okay, Depraved Trinity. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. Gonna be like, okay, get crit chance. That crit multi is rock solid at the moment. Easy. I need 188 int. Go Act 10. Plague Wing. Bye-bye. I can definitely see why people do like bold conversion with this. When you can get that crit chance and multi to be so nuts so easily, it definitely makes sense. You know, tear some stuff apart with the crazy crit. Oh, what's up, Camarilla? Oh, you petrified me? Yeah, get back out here. Oh, petrified again? No, wait it. Oh, got them all. Yeah, he definitely has the petrified statue. This character is going to level really quickly next time once I can get this in the maps. Because, yeah, I get those additional shard projectiles. It's going to tear maps to pieces. Like, I'm still using white level 4 Quicksilvers. Like, really embrace all the flask stuff. Maybe even get spell suppression. I can get spell suppression and run Grace and just pretend like I don't even have any of the armor or any of that from the shield. No glancing blows. And just play it like an evasion build with that extra layer of protection. One option. I could also go Determination. I don't think the Herald of Ash or the Hatred will be on. Finalized version of the character will probably have Eldritch Battery somehow eventually, so I can get a malevolence from that, so it would be a defensive aura unless I wanted to run haste. Passive points now. It doesn't do me any good to get the like crazy crit chance against blinded enemies if I'm not stacking evasion. But regardless, I'm gonna need int. I guess I have to level up through int to start stacking that. Desecrated chambers after this boss is going to be where I stop. I run lab, it's going to be starting to get like switch the mindset into make this a poison build, which I'm not there at the moment. I'm kind of in Spectral shield throw, go crit and go boom and blast and monsters die where my head's at the moment, but we will get that figured out next time. It could be a terrible idea. I have no idea if it's even going to be possible, but I am eager to check it out. I really am enjoying what I've got going on here, and it could definitely be made better. There's Hatred, Watcher's Eyes, there's a actual Fizzes Extra stacking, foil, crit multi. I think I actually need something like that anyways. You stack crit multi and then dot multi on a foil. Just zoom. Projectiles go everywhere. I wish the chain would have worked and I could chain the shards. The thing I want the most out of it that I didn't work how I was expecting it to. The fact that mark on hit can apply my mark to my already marked enemy and use all my mana annoys me. Go Staff of Purity. Yeah, next time we'll get it actually put together, probably with the Cosprey's Will. Always poison on hit against cursed enemies. Apply additional curse. And we get the Despair on hit. Get the Mings in the other slot. Fizzes Extra Chaos. I don't know about the Gloom thing because the chain doesn't work how I was thinking it would. And then that life loss per enemy hit with attacks would be pretty obnoxious. But the chance to explode enemies, getting Wither on hit. So yeah, once I get back in here, like the poisons are gonna spread. Chance to deal more damage with poison, and then stack Wither. I think it might work. Who knows? We'll find out next time. But that is going to do it for this one. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just below the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.